From Arctic to Antarctic, climate change is unequivocal. This is evident from observations of increases in global average air and ocean temperatures. You can see it in the widespread melting of ice and snow, in the rising global average of sea level, and in extensive coral bleaching, a phenomenon strongly tied to rising ocean temperatures. There is sufficient scientific evidence that the planet is becoming warmer. This warming effect, referred to as global warming, is owed to an accumulation of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere linked to increased burning of fossil fuel. The large increase in greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide, impedes the normal loss of heat to space, thus elevating atmospheric, land, and ocean temperatures. It is a major global environmental problem, endangering the well-being of communities and natural ecosystems throughout the world. The Central American region is no exception to this. Central America is among the most vulnerable regions of the world with respect to global warming. The region is already very susceptible to natural threats such as violent hurricanes, storms, excessive rainfall, flooding, and extreme drought, which will increase in magnitude with climate change.
Eso es lo que pasó. Primero pasó a las 5:30, bajó la primera, la segunda bajó a las 8, la tercera bajó a las 9:30. Esa calmó un poquito, cuando viene esa va a ser, pues llegó todas las casas.
Año tras año han sido más recurrentes las tormentas que nos han obligado a tener que estar preparados con un sistema de respuesta a emergencias.
The storms are definitely getting more intense. And it's obvious that it's because of the warming temperatures. The water is warmer, the sun is hotter.
Las tormentas son mucho más fuertes. Cuando yo estuve en esta área hace como unos 10 años, esos eventos eran muy difíciles de verlos. Actualmente ya se vuelven un poco más cotidianos.
Yo llevo 18 años viviendo en la región y sí he podido sentir un cambio climático. Antes, durante el día hacía bastante calor y en la noche llovía. Ahora nuestras épocas de lluvia son más cortas, no llueve todas las noches como antes, el calor es más intenso. Sí puedo percibir un cambio bastante grande en el cambio climático.
Whether we live along the coast or further inland, we can all expect to experience impacts from global climate change. For instance, our coral reefs will likely continue to be impacted by warming ocean and sea. Our forest and agricultural lands will experience more arid, dry conditions, and many organisms depended upon as a source of food are likely to die or migrate to more suitable, tolerable environments. Understanding that mangroves and coral reefs help reduce the impact of hurricanes and tropical storms on coastal populations that would otherwise be at risk, WWF is trying to promote their protection. For thousands of years, the Mesoamerican reef system has been protecting adjacent coastlines within Mexico, Belize, and Honduras from damage owed to storm surges and high waves associated with tropical storms and hurricanes. Without it, waves and storm surges will make direct contact with coastal land with greater force, causing damage to properties, erosion of land, and pollution of the marine environment. Mangroves, serving as a second-line barrier, also reduce erosion and filter pollutant runoffs to the sea, thereby contributing to the promotion of good water quality. But now, climate change is jeopardizing the continued existence and health of these natural barriers, endangering human lives and affecting biodiversity. The loss of these barriers may, furthermore, place at risk the livelihoods of people dependent on industries such as tourism and fisheries within the region.
El mangle es una parte muy importante. Ahorita nosotros estamos acá y de hecho ahorita mucha gente está llegando y ya no hay dónde y quieren agarrar las partes del mangle, pero no se puede, no está permitido. Hay una nueva ley, creo que sí lo viste en el periódico. La ley esa que está prohibidísimo tirar mangle y toda la cosa.
Recordemos que los corales también protegen y sirven mucho en caso de un huracán. Los corales son los que frenan, ahora sí, el impacto de las olas. De no haber corales, arrecifes, yo creo que el estado de Quintana Roo sufriría más daño en los impactos del huracán.
WWF, the Global Conservation Organization, is aware of the need to maintain good reef and mangrove health in the face of climate change, and is working on the ground within the Mesoamerican region to foster their protection, as well as identify community-based climate change adaptation measures in Belize and Honduras. Through its Climate Witness program, World Wildlife Fund has been effectively collecting personal testimonies from individuals throughout the region on how their lives, livelihoods, and way of life have or are being impacted by natural threats as well as environmentally damaging human activities. WWF is working with these witnesses at the local level to bring their issues and concerns to policy and decision makers.
We have seen tremendous changes in the temperature of the water. Especially, I could remember back in 1998, just before we had Hurricane Mitch, the water temperature was extremely high. And we also noticed, a lot of coral bleaching at the time. And even now, although we have, cold fronts coming through and stuff, the water still doesn't get as cool as it used to be. So that's one of the big changes that I'm seeing right now.